First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. I hope everybody enjoys the peach cobbler, ice cream, the wine. Politics and peach cobbler are two of my favorite things in the world. So it's only natural for me to put them together. I don't know if you know, a lot of my family, my father's side, is from Georgia, and so it's really, I spent a lot of time in Georgia. I went to school, so I picked up peach cobbler and politics from a restaurant in Georgia, where while Bill Clinton, I say him because he's going through some troubles right now health-wise, and I hope we all pray for him. But while Bill Clinton was campaigning for president, his wife went around the country and did peach cobbler and politics for him. So I picked it up in Georgia, and I'm sort of trying to continue it here in the city of Detroit. And so this is the start of a monthly thing that I want to do and talk about education and how we can improve education, bringing experts, teachers, parents, students in some cases, as well as policymakers together to talk about how we can improve education overall, not only for the city of Detroit, not only for public schools, but also for private schools and charter schools, as well as the state of Michigan. I think it's important because if we don't do something about education now, we're going to end up losing an entire generation. If you don't know, my name is Al Williams, and I'm your next state representative in District 7. Everybody like the business card?
Really good, yeah.
And I have a couple of special guests here that I want to introduce to you. First, we got the education specialist sitting right in front of us. Detroit Public School President Otis Mathis. We also have one of my advisors when it comes to education, Akindele Inyeme. He's a very good friend of mine. We worked together on a number of different campaigns, and I call him for advice on education. I said it. I call Akindele for advice on education because I believe he's an expert. We also have the next state representative in District 10, my good friend and fellow Morehouse brother, David Stevens. He was a lot more popular than I am because he's been on the radio for so long. But I appreciate your support. And I want to introduce Tony Battle, who's a teacher who helped me put this together and will continue to help me put this together over the next few months. We can bring some teachers together to talk about some of the issues that they're going through. The reason why I'm doing this is because I believe it takes a community to raise a child. I believe that it really takes a community to raise a child. And I think that we've said that so much so that we've gotten away from that sentiment. And I think in order to improve education, it's essential that we stop at nothing to get back to raising a child or working as a community to raise a child. There are a number of different issues that we're having in the state of Michigan right now and in the city of Detroit when it comes to education. In Detroit Public Schools, we have a state takeover for the second time in 10 years. And if you look at the history of the state takeovers, it's always, right as the students are improving, the state comes in and takes over. And it's usually, to me, it always is about contracts more than it is about the kids. And we're going to talk to School Board President Otis Mathis in just a few minutes. He's going to help explain a little bit more about what's going on with the financial manager and the Detroit Public School System. Also, we're on the brinks of reform here in the state of Michigan when it comes to education. I don't know if you know, but in the month of December, the state of Michigan passed a number of different reform bills that will change the scope of education in the state of Michigan as a whole. It'll change the way teachers deal with students. It'll change the amount of resources that you have available. It'll change the amount of years that that a student will have to attend school. Actually, they made it mandatory finally for children to stay in school until they're 18 and not 16. And then they also opened the floodgates for charter schools to open up here in the state of Michigan. We're going to discuss a little bit more of that with Akindele and explain a little bit about the bills that have been passed and how they would affect everybody here in the city of Detroit. And then, after these two young men speak, I'm going to come up and explain some of my ideas that I would like to bring to the table. You all sorry, young man. And my idea is that I would like to bring to the table to help improve education. There are a number of different things that I want to do, including Detroit Days of Dialogue, which is something similar to this. And that's just bringing teachers, students, administrators from public, private, and charter schools together to talk about the ills of education as well as the successes. One thing that I believe that'll do is help parents and children and teachers understand that their needs and their wants are at least being heard, not only by the administrators and the teachers, but by policymakers as well. And I don't think we do enough of that. I don't think we do enough of including parents and teachers in the conversation when it comes to writing laws that affect education. And I think it's important that we do that more effectively.